thank you very much for the panel. We had some organization issues, like always, during this conference. Unfortunately, Catherine Bennett cannot join online right now. We try to find out the way how we can share her valuable work with you, and maybe the next panel we'll see. We'll try to coordinate on that. But thank you very much for your valuable contribution for this morning. And now, I just would like to ask if you have any questions, because most probably, the audience has some questions. So that's why this is the time for 5 minutes, 10 minutes questions, and then we can have the coffee break. The floor is yours. Yes. Ja, microfoon kérem.
Is it possible to make question to the French speaker?
No. Oui, bien sûr.
Oui, bien sûr. Merci.
No, actually, I think I can't see Louise anymore. In French, but the question is concerned to not in French, but for Louise. Oh, okay, but French question, yes. Please, do it. Please ask it. We try to do our best.
Thank you very much. My point was about the nuclear situation in France. He said that France is the most decarbonized, one of the most decarbonized in Europe, and that's absolutely true and relevant. But the nuclear park in France is quite old. So the point is how to substitute, because this could a nightmare for all Europe because of interconnection. I remember that when the very strict nuclear regulator, ASNR, decided to close temporarily something like 23, 24, or 5 nuclear reactors some years ago, prices increased all over Europe. We substantially, all European citizens pay the problem of age of French nuclear park. This is what interconnection means. And this is a true point for energy law. Solidarity means that we Italian, I don't know, you Hungarian, I don't know, but for sure German people pays for delays in French politics. So I know that EPR2, that is the EDF model for replacing with large, let's say 1 megawatt each nuclear reactor, has been judged too expensive by the Cour des Comptes auditor, National Audit Office in France. And I'm rather astonished that there is a process in France to make the new nuclear, so-called new nuclear, nouveau nucléaire, to be paid by market only, the so-called VNU, Versamento Nucleare Universale. So try to put all things together. Ah, monsieur, vous écoutez-moi? No? Non so. Right. So the point is in this difficult situation, yes, are the European citizens close to France likely to be called to pay the French delays?
Well,
it was a very complex question. So yes, that's not a problem. So try to reply.
Yeah,
very
quickly.
But I think he's not listening.
Louis, es-tu là?
Yeah. Alors,
okay.
I have not all the questions, but I understand that it's about the financing of nuclear energy. I'm right?
Yes, and the delay also. And the problem that if the delay is going on, there is the risk that prices increase all over Europe due to interconnection.
Yeah. Alors, it's obviously a difficult question, but it's an excellent one and a timely one. I could give some first. Do you hear me? Yeah, some first responses on that. Financing of nuclear energy in France, but it's more generally in Europe, combines three elements. First, I think that there is necessarily a strong role for the state. We cannot go on nuclear only by market. Why? Because nuclear projects on traditional nuclear are very capital intensive. Yeah, with a very long payback period. So public warranty, strategic planning, aids are essential. And we cannot rule only by the market, to be honest. It's more a public service approach. In France, this includes mechanisms as state-backed loans, guarantees, price regulation to reduce risk for investors. And that's interesting because I think that we need to consider at the European scope if nuclear is not an essential facility, and an essential facility not only for the security of supply, but also for the development of a secondary market, if we sorry for the expression, but for renewables. Because at the European framework, we could observe now that the European framework could play a large part. The EU taxonomy is very important for the future of the business model of nuclear. And third, I think that, to conclude, I think that, yeah, we need to incorporate this question of nuclear, considering that it's not only a market facility, but a public one, and we need to adapt contract for difference used in the UK, for example, etc., etc. And just one other thing to finish. The question of SMR, it's completely different. There is not business model for now, industrial business model, but I think that SMR could change the nuclear world, to be honest, because it's a completely different approach. It's manufacturing tailor-sized. It's another approach of investments, etc. So to be clear, I think that we need to have an agreement at the European scope on big nuclear facility, and to escape the markets and to assume that it's public investments, and notably European one, to use this facility to develop the renewable markets and to invest, because I think it's a future on the SMR. Well, it's just first consideration on your question, but obviously, well, that's more complex. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the reply, Luis. Thank you very much to be here with us, at least on online. And I think, thank you for the great panel. Big applause for the panel and for all the panelists. So now we're going to have a short coffee break. Just to save time, let's say 20 minutes, and we shall continue, please, sharp at 11:40 Budapest local time. See you then.